Hi guys, do trust you're well. When I made my last video, and a lot of you are my followers, will remember when I made my last video some 4 months ago, telling you that Dubai is not a place to invest. It's a very dangerous proposition, and I had a situation where I had a flat last year, where a tenant just basically sat in there, and every time the rent arrears just grew, and when it came to a position where uh, she was taken to court. She just went in court and said, "I owe 40,000 dirham. I can only pay 2,000." And the judge said, "That's fine. She's trying to pay. Off you go." And when I published this to people to say, "Don't invest in Dubai," or if you've got an investment, you want to get rid of it, everybody who's supposedly living in Dubai or others came and attacked me, and they said, "Oh, you don't know what you're talking about." They even said things like, "Oh, I'm an agent in Dubai. Would you like me to help you sort this out?" When I kept repeatedly saying, "Mate, I know this place since 2000. I've been coming in and out for 25 years. I know everything about Dubai. You do not need to tell me anything about Dubai." But the idiots kept coming in droves and trying to tell me that I didn't know the system. Where are we now? Where are we? Where are we? Sorry, but did I not tell you? I know you don't want to hear the word, but did I not tell you? This big bubble of Dubai was waiting to burst for a long time. Dubai lost its tracks. It tried to adopt a UK system of running rentals where landlords started supposedly losing their power, where people could walk in, live in the place, and not pay you rent. Every time they were taken to court, they would pay 2,000, 3,000, 10,000 dirhams. And basically, the judge would say, "Habibi, she's trying to pay you. He's trying to pay you." And they'll sit there, and that was going on. And a lot of you were in absolute denial, a bit like all of you were in denial that, oh yes, it's a bling place, is the place to be. A lot of Pakistanis were saying it was a Muslim place. Yes, we want to live there, we aspire to move there. Everybody I knew who moved there, within 5 to 6 months they were coming back. As soon as they had the first interaction with the first Arab who put them in their place, they came running back to England, realizing that, my God, when I was working here, I never used to get talked down to. Yeah. Do you remember that video that I made? I made two videos and you were all attacking it, and it had almost 90,000, 100,000 views and tens of thousands of comments. Remember that video? I'm going to try finding it because that's one of the videos on the 2 million account that got blocked because of speaking about Palestine. And you know all about TikTok. Need say no more. The bubble was waiting to burst. This opulent, unreal city that was built without a culture, without a tradition. It was just too clinical. They built more buildings and more buildings when they knew that there's been two crashes. Now we've had the second crash. We had a first crash a few years back when all the Western, let me be very honest. Sorry, guys, but all the white people in Dubai dumped their cars, left the keys in it, sometimes even engines running, and left the country. And who were the only people who stayed? Bangladeshis, Filipinos, Indians, Pakistanis, people like that. Recently, there's been an influx of Nigerians who came in, but now you can see just a few missiles it took for everybody to start running. And the first ones to run were these super rich people who've been phoning around asking their friends, "Can you send me, you know, I know somebody, you know, my own girlfriend." Well, somebody actually asked her that, "Can you send me a private jet?" Because she can afford to. Yeah. Ask if you can send private jets and stuff like that. And that was happening ridiculously. People were scuffling to actually get out of the country. And most of them predominantly were white people who were looking to run away, or Asians who were from America or other places. And who are the only trapped people over there? Filipinos, Pakistanis, Indians, Nigerians, Ghanaians, those kind of people at the bottom end of the scale, who have suddenly found themselves that Arabs have said, "Sorry, no money coming in, we're not going to pay you." Some of them are, a lot of them have been laid off. They don't even have enough money to leave the country. Their visas cancelled. They're now stuck in there. can't get out. No doubt a lot of you fuckers now come back and try to contradict me again for the second time or the third time, and then you'll get an egg on the face. They're now stuck, hardly getting $200, $300 equivalent. They cannot even afford flights back to the country, so they're in a limbo. Visa cancelled, they're stuck. They try to go to work, told not to come in. You've got these great, big, beautiful hotels. You've got the Dubai Mall, Sheikh Zayed Road, covered with buildings on both sides, and absolutely nobody going there. Yeah, that's the situation that they're saying. And it's the second time. First time round, all these white people literally left their cars running on the side of the road, took the flight out of the country, and second time again, even bigger bang. I mean, I would have thought that had Middle East played their cards right, for at least 30, 40, 50 years, the Islamic world has been shouting to Saudi Arabia, UAE, and all the leading Qatar, all these countries that look, being Muslims, we need to stick together. We need to stick together. Otherwise, the Western countries would attack and attack and attack because it's all about divide and rule. But they were so busy in their opulence and luxury and their harems and money and Selfridges and Harrods shopping that, they didn't care. They thought that they were way above everything. And now that's the result. Whilst, Saudi Arab has faced some challenges, but not as much, but UAE's practically, plastered, utterly plastered. Why? Because they were in total denial. Even when things were starting to go bad first time round, a few years back, they were in total denial that there is nothing wrong with Dubai. Dubai will be fine. And all the white people just left the cars and ran off. And again, second time they've run off. And who are the only people staying there? Pakistanis, Indians, Sri Lankans, Nepali, Filipinos, Nigerians, Ghanaians. Now, who are the new influx of people? They're the only ones. Some are working, whilst the others are stuck between crossfire where they are required to leave the country, but they don't have enough money to leave, and they're stuck, and the flights are not there. So they're just starving and with hardly any money to eat. And just see how quickly, within like 2-3 weeks, the whole Dubai has turned to a ghost town. I told you guys. I told you. But you were so fucking arrogant, you people living in Dubai, that you thought, sending me private messages that, Shaz, talk to me. I will tell you how to deal with things. You do not understand Dubai. Who understands Dubai now? Me or you?